Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Amore at last. We're talking about wedding officiant services and so much more. We are here live with our friend Amber Ann Williams, who's live on the podcast as well as on Zoom. So I get the pleasure of getting to see her beautiful face today as well. How
Yes.
are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm well. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Really excited.
Good.
Spring is here, feeling good. I know it's probably a busy season for you.
Yes,
So
I'm
tell us a
really
little bit
blessed.
about yourself and company, please.
Okay, well, I am Amber Williams. I am the owner of Amore Last Wedding Officiant Services. What I do, I am a mobile wedding officiant here in Las Vegas and surrounding areas. I travel to wherever the couple has their vision for their ceremony, and I go out there, I marry them, and I make it legal.
Wow. And
So,
it's no non-discriminating, right? Any type of
of
faith,
course not.
interfaith,
Yes,
non-denominational.
yes,
You are here or more at last to help us with all of our needs,
yes,
correct?
yes. Love is love, and I'm here to spread it. Yes.
Great. Well, let's talk about the customized packages that you offer. I mean, you're talking
Okay.
about planning weddings in advance and you're helping out as the
Yes.
wedding officiant, but you're also do like elopements, right?
Yes. So this elopements are, let's say you're from out of town, okay? And you're like, you know what? We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna go to Vegas. We're just gonna get married, but we need a wedding officiant to make it legal. We don't want to do a chapel. We want to make it, our own thing. So sometimes I go to your hotel room. I marry you over on your balcony while you're overlooking the Bellagio fountains. Sometimes I might meet you at on a hike, and we go to a location out there, and I marry you. I perform your ceremony. It's pretty simple. I also do big weddings, big ceremonies, where we have the full bridal party. We have the seating of the grandparents and the parents, the whole 9 yards. So I can do it all,
Well, I've
whatever you
also read
vision.
about some unique types of weddings you do. Helicopter weddings over the Las Vegas Strip.
Yes,
Tell me
that
how
is
those work.
that is the highlight of my job, actually. It really is. I don't know if you've ever been in a helicopter,
I
but
have.
to have okay, over Las Vegas Strip is amazing at nighttime. You see everything, everything, and
I
it's just
never
a
knew you can get
beautiful.
married in the air.
Yes, you can. Yes, yes, yes. It's
Wow.
it's beautiful. And those are for the couples who don't want the big ceremony. They don't want the stress of planning a big event. They don't want to have to worry about what are their families going to eat, what are we drinking, what kind of cake are we having. They don't have to worry about that. Let's just do it. We have beautiful brides in their full-blown dresses, getting them in the helicopter. We provide flowers, boutonnieres, and then I perform the ceremony in the air.
How long
So
does a
it's
ceremony like that last in the air? Just curious what a typical Vegas trip.
it's about 7 minutes. The
Now, where
flight
do you
itself,
sit? Because I don't know what type of helicopter you're on. Are you in the front with the pilot, co-piloting? You're
no,
in the
no,
back.
I'm in the back. I'm
Is
in
it
the
a
back.
two-seater helicopter?
It's actually a six-seater.
Okay, great.
So a lot of times it's myself and the photographer in the back.
Got
So the
it.
photographer is capturing the kiss, the ring exchange, the vows. She's
So is the bride
capturing
and the groom
everything.
they're turned towards you in the back? I'm trying to envision
Not
this.
really. They are normally like
Or is it you
seated.
facing each other? Is it one of
They're
those open?
facing each other.
Oh,
They're
that is
they're not really facing
beautiful.
each other. They're sitting next to each other, but
Mm-hmm.
then they just turn side by side, and they kiss, they exchange their vows. It's beautiful over the strip.
Oh, I could
So there's a
imagine.
flight path that we follow. So by the time we get, let's say, to the stratosphere, we're done. They say their I do's, they kiss, and then they enjoy the rest of the flight back.
Wow, that is beautiful. That is something I've
It really
never
is.
ever heard of until I met you this way. And
Yes.
yeah, I don't think we talked about that last time. And
No, no.
that is something that I would consider doing. That is
Yes.
really nice. And also
Well,
now, go ahead, go ahead.
okay. Well, let me one up you, okay? Because we also do Grand Canyon.
I was going there next. I was going there next. But are we talking overlooking Grand Canyon or helicopter over Grand Canyon?
We're talking about a helicopter ride from Nevada to the Grand Canyon, where we land at the bottom of the canyon, and we're overlooking water like the Colorado River, the the Grand Canyon. It's just majestic, beautiful,
Wow.
unreal, unreal. This planet,
So
this
beautiful,
planet
right?
is beautiful, and I don't think we appreciate it enough
Oh
as
my God, you're
humans.
bringing tears to my eyes. It's so true. I tell my boys they're 5 and 7, and my goal is
Yes,
after COVID is like, life is too short. I want to see the world. I
yes,
want to see these beautiful
yes,
things. And I know you guys are young. Maybe you won't appreciate as
yes,
much now, but I want them to see everything. And I, as a mom, still want to
yes,
see everything. But we focus sometimes
yes.
so much on work, 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 and we don't
I
get to travel
know.
enough and to see. And you've
Yes,
opened my eyes to that. And I think it's a
yes.
beautiful thing. And especially to
It
have
is
that
a beautiful thing.
romantic, sacred moment with someone that you love can really be
Yes.
amazing. Wow.
So let me tell you a story.
Sure.
Okay, so I had one couple recently, I think last month. They got married in the Grand Canyon, and he said that he wanted his mom to be there, and she passed. So, she's like, she always wanted to see the Grand Canyon. So he said, why not get married in the Grand Canyon? And I even I said something honoring his mom at that moment, like during his ceremony. And, they really appreciated that. Just giving,
Wow.
just shedding light. We, we know that you're here with us today. If heaven
Mhm.
weren't so far away, that kind of thing. Just honoring them and acknowledging that they have a presence here, even though they're not physically here, their presence is still felt. So that was beautiful. My job is absolutely amazing.
Well, and tell us about
Absolutely.
how you got into this business. We have new listeners each and every week. So please tell us about
Okay.
yourself. It's important.
Okay. Well, I'm originally from Maryland. I left Maryland. That's a long story, but I left Maryland and went to Hawaii. I was in Hawaii for a little bit,
Oh,
and then moved
wow.
to California and then to Las Vegas. So while I was in Hawaii, I met some pretty cool people, of course. One of my friends became a wedding officiant there. Still wasn't thinking about even the thought, never thought of it. Um, Moved to California and then, moved to Vegas, and I was out here for a little bit. I was working at a hotel. I'm like, you know what? I could be a wedding officiant. This is the wedding capital of the world. Well, let me tap in. Let's just see what's out there. And then also in 2015 is when the same-sex law passed. So I'm like, okay, well, I can add my part and I can
Hmm.
join couples together who were denied before and now they're able to. So that was my goal to just spread love and just help people. I just want to help people, and this is a way you know, I can add a little bit of myself and still help you.
No,
So
that is
it's beautiful.
beautiful. It is.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you this. We had two
Oh
recently,
my
right? So was it is
God.
oh
Yes.
two. Were you a busy
Oh,
girl that day?
oh, it was busy, busy, busy. My day started at 7 a.m. Well, really,
Hmm.
it was earlier than that. My first wedding was at 7, but that was a fly through the Grand Canyon at 7 a.m. And
Ah.
that one we did not land, but I did marry them in the air once we got to the Grand Canyon, and that was beautiful. They appreciated
And did
that.
anyone get married at two as well, like 2:22 p.m. or no?
No, we were close. We,
That's
we were actually close. I had a 2 o'clock, and she said her photographer was running late, and I was like, well, maybe we can do 2:22. And but then the photographer was really late, so that didn't happen. I did do a 11:11 on 2:22,
Aw,
so that was
wow.
good. But yeah, I was rocking and rolling. It was a beautiful day, beautiful day.
And you also mentioned
Actually, I'm sorry, it wasn't that beautiful. It was really windy here in Vegas.
lucky you were still able to fly. That's a good thing.
Yes, yes, but it was really nice just to see how many people were in love and they wanted that particular day.
And I've
So
heard
that
of
was good.
Red Rock. but never Valley of
Yes.
Fire. What's that?
Oh, yes. So Valley of Fire is a smaller version of Red Rock.
Okay.
It's just the rocks, the erosion um, from volcanoes, from the water. You know, we were all underwater. All of this was underwater. So you
Mm-hmm.
can see the sediments as
Yeah.
you're, like flying over Nevada. Oh my God, Nevada is just amazing. I never knew how great this state was. Never knew, but it's just amazing. In some areas, it looks like you're actually on Mars. And not that I've been to Mars,
Mm-hmm.
but it looks like it. But yeah, the Valley of Fire is just red rocks, and you can go hiking there. But it's just a beautiful destination. So
Oh, great. Well, I'll Google that later and take a look as well.
yes, yes,
What else do you want to share about you and your services? I love the fact that you're just so into the concept of
yes.
love and celebrating love. It's a beautiful thing
Yes,
and it
yes,
shows.
because the world is so filled with other things that's not love filled.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point, we have to come back to love itself. And I understand that, wedding days are stressful for people. It's just a big day. You have to
Yep.
cross all your T's and dot all your I's. It's just a busy, busy day. You're stressed. I want to take that stress off of you.
Yeah.
I'm not a wedding planner, but I will do my best to make sure your day is as stress free as possible. That's my goal. So
And normally, when you're with a client as a wedding officiant, how long do your services last? What's the communication like? Getting to know them ahead of time, because some people want you to make it personal. Some people want a
yes,
standard type. Could you explain how that works?
yes. So some people um, will only want to communicate by email, and I don't see them until the day of.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's awkward, but we have a rapport over the email. Some couples I have met for lunch over coffee. We got to know each other to see if we're a good fit. I'm not, I'm not for everyone, and everyone's not for me. So I would like to, get that out of the way. Let's meet up. If we can do Zoom, if you don't want to do in person, whatever you want. I'll make it easy for you. But I would prefer to have a kind of a relationship with my couples so I can get to understand them, um, know what I'm kind of walking into.
Yeah.
But if not, then that's okay too. I've married people. They called me the same day, and I've married them. Like, oh, okay, I'll be there in 30 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So. But I ultimately I like to have a relationship with my couples.
Yeah, no, that's great to know.
Yes.
And what would you say makes you unique? I mean, I think of Vegas, you think about chapels, I think about Elvis. So a lot of people go to Vegas to get
Yes.
married. So,
Yes.
more or less, I know you're unique, but what would you say makes you even extra special? Why do we reach out to you?
Um, well, there's thousands of wedding officiants here. Thousands. I'm just one of thousands. So I'm just real. I'm genuine. I'm real. I'm affordable. And I get the job done. So I'm not really trying to say, you know what, I'm better than this person or I'm better than this officiant. I just give you what I have to offer, which is myself. Um, I customize your script to you. I listen to you. I try to figure out what your vision is, what your budget is. Um, Whatever I ask questions, just to understand, like, what are you looking for? What type of wedding would you like? um, and I think people are not getting heard enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I listen and I execute. So
Oh, I
that's
love it.
what
I
makes
love it.
me
I love
unique.
it. And you say your mission, you quoted Helen Keller on the website. Alone, we could do so little. Together, we could do so much. Yeah.
Yes,
And can
yes,
I ask you,
that
how
is so
many
true.
couples have you united together? Do you even have a count of how many?
Um, I did. I think last year I did almost 300.
Mm-hmm.
And this year I am
Oh,
up
wow.
to, I want to say 30, 35, and this is
Hmm. Hmm.
March. So
Wow.
I've been busy, I've really been busy this year.
And
And I
you,
was just talking to someone. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, what? I'm looking at my calendar. I'm like, the rest of the year is pretty dry. Like, what's going on? But the first 4 months, rocking and rolling. And that's kind of what happens. I get booked. I'll start getting booked for May in mid-April.
wow.
So it's just weird how it works out. But I can plan my life around my schedule. I have a
Yeah.
5-year-old as well.
Yep.
So, I and she runs me.
Of course. They all do. It-
So this is giving me flexibility.
Great.
Yes.
And Weddings by Amore at Last on Instagram. I just followed you, by the way.
Okay.
Where is the Seven Magic Mountains? That looks like that was your last
Oh,
post with a couple there
yes.
holding hands.
Yes.
Where's that?
That is in between, I want to say the M Resort and California, like the
Okay.
state line.
Wow. So
Um,
did somebody paint
and
those rocks? They're beautiful.
yes, so there's 7 magic mountain sculptures. And people just go out there to take pictures just to see. It's beautiful, actually, just to
Wow.
see. They're
Wow.
they're they're big. You can see how tall they are,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Those are
Yeah, it's
man-made,
pretty
right?
cool.
Like
Yes,
someone,
yes.
okay, I'm like, whoa. I'm like,
Mhm.
I've never heard of
I
that or
know.
saw
I know
that.
they just popped up. Like we were driving, I think we were coming from California. We're like, what is that? Like, what
Wow.
is that? Yeah, so you can see it when you drive into Vegas from California.
Got it.
You can
And
see
now you
it. Yeah.
offer quite a few different packages as well. The classic
Yes.
ceremony, a sand ceremony, there's jumping the broom ceremony outside of
Yes.
Nevada. Do you want to discuss any of those types of packages?
Yes. So right now, I think my most popular has been a wine sharing ceremony, and that's where you guys share, your wine, your whatever wine of your choice, and then you drink to each other, just symbolizing your love and your unity. The same with the unity candle. That will be my second most popular, followed by the sand ceremony. And
Mm-hmm.
it's all just unite. You're taking individual parts of yourselves because you are individual, and then you're joining together to
Got it.
become one. And that's the gist of these ceremonies. So we just put a spin on it and make it your own and go for it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. And clearly that brings you joy and passion. And what
Yes.
else as a wedding officiant do you bring to the table for someone?
Well, I also will recommend photographers. I network with tons of people, photographers, vendors, florists, DJs. Really, there's just one, my husband, that I recommend. So I have to shout out
Mm-hmm.
my husband. Um, but yeah, I have tons of connections with people, so I can help assist you in planning your ceremony, your elopement, or your ceremony. So
Yeah. Wonderful. And could
it's
you share some
wonderful.
of the, the special moments? And we talked about the locations, but in particular, the feedback from your clients?
Yes. So I get a lot of feedback, not as much as I would like. I would like more feedback just to help me figure out where I am. If I'm providing the service you need, or if there's something that I need to improve on or keep it up. I would like more feedback. But the feedback that I do get has all been positive, which I really appreciate. People appreciate the communication, the speed of the communication. Um, the accuracy of what I'm speaking of. I do file your paperwork for you in a timely fashion. Um, so you hire me, I'm on it. I'm on it. You ask
Aw,
for something, I'm on it.
yeah.
So that's kind of like my work policy in life.
Oh,
My
I
daughter
love it.
asked for something, I got it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's great. And also on Facebook, we could find you there, LinkedIn as well.
Yes.
Um, and I love it. I love it. I love all the pictures. Weddings by a at amorelast.com. Is that your direct email?
Yes, that's my direct email.
Perfect. And
Yes.
sometimes you even do weddings on private jets. Is that true?
Yes. So I just partnered up with Love Cloud Vegas.
Tell us what that is. I saw that
Um,
too. Yeah.
So Love Cloud Vegas is a private jet. They do dinner theaters, and you can also join the Mile High Club with
Ah,
them as well.
cool.
So that is pretty cool. I married a couple on the ground, and then they went up in the air to, celebrate. so so that was pretty cool. I've also actually done it in the jet with the couple. So it's really small inside. Okay. So it was just the couple, the photographer, the pilot, and myself. So I was
Wow.
the co-pilot. So that was pretty cool. And then once we got to altitude, that's when I climbed in the back. I did the ceremony. They took pictures. They have champagne. It's beautiful.
Great.
Vegas is just amazing. Whatever
I
you want
know.
here,
I
you can
know.
literally get. I'm not even joking. You literally can get it. So it's really beautiful here.
Good.
Love
Great
it.
to know. And
And I've built so many good professional working relationships with people during my
yeah.
time. It's just a whole new world.
Oh, a whole new world I
I
can
know.
see. But I did just watch that what was it? A whole new world, Aladdin
Aladdin,
with my
Aladdin, yes.
kids. So yeah, 5 and 7. So they just got to take advantage of that. So I love
Yes,
that. And do
yes,
people ever like, I mean, you do also destination weddings as well, right? Out of town.
yes,
So
yes.
sometimes you get to fly to exotic places too.
I have not flew to any exotic place. I almost had a booking for Florida. Not exotic, but it was still Florida. Florida's nice.
It's exotic. Hey, come on.
Yes, yes.
I'm in New York,
Um,
so it's cold here.
Okay. So we're still trying to work out the kinks with that one. So hopefully we can do that soon. But I do have a 5-year-old, so I'm not really traveling that much for work. I try to stay local for as much as I possibly can.
Got it. Now,
You
how
know how
many?
it is.
I know it's hard. How many years have you been doing this for now?
This will be my 7th year. Yes, seventh
Right.
year. Yes.
And oh my goodness, that's got to be amazing because everyone's always in a good mood, happy mood. Has there ever been a ceremony where like you were surprised by that person that, like take does anybody here have anything to say? Like what do you call that part of the ceremony? Do you do that as a wedding
Oh
officiant?
yes, I
Or that's
normally
only like a
do,
thing
but
that
it's
happens at church with a priest?
I do it as a joke.
Oh, okay.
If
Okay.
they just to like lighten the mood a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's not serious. I did have one couple that I was a little uncomfortable with. And he pulled me, I think it was Mother's Day, it was last Mother's Day. And he pulled me to the side and he asked me to ask her why is she doing this?
Oh my, oh my gosh.
And I
Yeah.
was like, does she know
Uh,
that you want me to say this? He's like, yes, she knows. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, okay. I did it. I work for you. So if that's what I did not feel comfortable, but and she was okay with it, the
mm-hmm,
bride. So I was like, oh, okay.
mm-hmm.
No judgment, but okay.
Wow. Now, would you say, tell us about the most memorable, wedding ever? Do you have any? Do you want to
um,
share any experiences?
oh, they've all been really, really great. Probably the my first one for the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
That one really touched my heart. It like really pulled my heartstrings, and I shed a tear. But I married two first responders right at the height of the pandemic, and
Hmm.
it was very small in a park outside. I think it was just like five of us out there, and the thing that got me the most, not even that, it was their vows to each other. And I'm like, hold it together, Amber, hold it together, because it was just beautiful. They knew what they were up against. Well, not really, but they knew that it was it was the start of something unreal,
Mm.
but they wanted to unite, and they're like, no matter what, we're together. We're together. And then
Mm.
the ones that include their kids into the vows, like blended families, those are good ones too. Those
Aw.
those get me. Like those are really special. I mean, I can do a big wedding all day long. Just a
But
small, intimate ones that you really feel the couple. You feel the love that they share. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I do
Aw,
what I do, to get that feeling. It's like,
beautiful.
okay.
And we still have 4 minutes left. What else do you
Okay.
want to share? Amor at last.
Nothing, just hire me, book me. My number is 702-232-2635. You can reach me there, or my email, weddingsbya@amoreatlast.com. My website is amoreatlast.com. I don't know what else. Just,
Aw,
if you're
well,
in Las Vegas, just hit me up.
I love it. And you are open to that last minute phone call for shotgun wedding.
Yes. Yes, please.
Where's the
Yes. Let me
weirdest place
figure out what I'm gonna do with my kid, and
or have you ever brought her? Did someone say we're in a hurry?
yes.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Does she help? Is like a little like
Yes.
ring bearer or
Oh my
something?
gosh. She has a I practice at home. So, I'm like in front of the mirror, and when she sees me practicing, she runs up and she grabs this sign
Oh,
that says just married. And she like stands beside me. And I'm like, what are you doing, girl? Thank you. You're helping. Thank you.
so sweet.
She's a sweetheart. She really is.
That
She
is
really
sweet.
is.
And
Yes.
have you like what is the oddest place you've ever married someone?
The dollar store.
I love the dollar store. Tell me how that
The
happened.
dollar store.
Tell me.
This was a referral, and they said, you know what? We just want to get married. Can you meet us at the dollar store? I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Actually, the 99-cent store.
Okay.
It was right outside the 99-cent store,
Wow.
and I did it, and they were happy, and they're still married.
I
Yes,
love it. That
I
is so
know. I love it
cute.
too.
Right?
Love it
Location
too.
doesn't matter. Love is all that
No,
matters.
love is
And
what matters. Yes.
Amor at Last is here for all your needs and services. Would you remind us how we can reach out to you, please?
Of course. You can reach me by my email, weddingsbya@amoreatlast.com. My phone number is 702-232-2635, or my website is amoreatlast.com.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. Pleasure really getting to
Thank
talk
you,
to you here
Jill, for
again
having
today and
me.
looking forward
Yes,
to the next time we speak. You have a great day, sweetheart.
yes,
Okay.
you too. Take
Thank you.
care of yourself,
Thank you.
okay?
And to all of our
Okay.
listeners, too, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you can now listen live on the MyTuner Radio and online Radio Box apps for iOS, Android, and the Amazon App Store. Or check us out online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on onlineradiobox.com/US so you don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, I mean, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.